A person carrying credit card debt at 24% interest can spend years trying to escape it. Meanwhile, a real estate investor borrows hundreds of thousands of dollars, happily signs the loan papers, and then gets richer. Same tool, completely different outcome. And that raises an uncomfortable question. If debt is so dangerous, why do wealthy people use so much of it? Why do business owners borrow? Why do investors borrow? Why do some of the largest companies in the world borrow billions of dollars, even when they already have billions sitting in the bank? The answer is simple. Most people think debt is the product. Rich people understand that debt is a tool. And like any tool, it can build something valuable or destroy everything. The difference is how it is used. Today, I want to show you 6 ways wealthy people use debt to make money. Not to impress people, not to buy things they cannot afford, not to finance a lifestyle, to make money. And by the end of this video, you will understand why debt makes some people poorer and other people richer. Let's begin. The first way rich people use debt is to buy cash-flowing assets. This is probably the most common strategy in the world. Imagine 2 people borrow $100,000. The first person uses it to buy a luxury car. The second person uses it as a down payment on a rental property. 5 years later, the luxury car has lost a large portion of its value, but the rental property has been producing income every month. One debt created a bill. The other debt created cash flow. That is the difference. Rich people do not ask, "Can I afford the monthly payment?" They ask, "Will this asset produce more money than the loan costs?" That question changes everything. Because when an asset produces more cash than the interest payment, the debt starts working for you, not against you. The second way rich people use debt is through leverage. Leverage is one of the most powerful concepts in finance, and it is also one of the most misunderstood. Let's say you have $50,000. You could buy a $50,000 asset, or you could use that $50,000 as a down payment and control a $250,000 asset. Same money, much larger asset. Now imagine both assets rise by 10%. The first asset gains $5,000. The second asset gains $25,000. That is the power of leverage. The wealthy understand something most people never learn. You do not always need more money. Sometimes you need more control. Leverage allows investors to control larger assets with smaller amounts of their own capital. Used wisely, it accelerates wealth creation. Used recklessly, it destroys wealth, which is why successful investors obsess over risk management, not just returns. The third way rich people use debt is to acquire businesses. Most people assume entrepreneurs save millions of dollars before buying companies. In reality, many acquisitions are financed. Imagine a business earns $500,000 a year. An investor purchases that business using borrowed money. Now, the business itself helps repay the debt. The asset is paying for itself. Think about that. The investor used debt to acquire an income-producing machine, and the machine helps pay back the loan. This happens every day. Small businesses, franchises, manufacturing companies, service companies, entire industries have changed ownership using borrowed money because wealthy people understand a simple principle. If the asset generates enough income, the debt becomes a tool rather than a burden. The fourth way rich people use debt is through real estate refinancing. This strategy is one of the reasons real estate investors love property. Imagine you buy a property, you improve it, increase its value, and over time the market price rises. Now, something interesting happens. Your wealth increases, but your money is trapped inside the property. This is where refinancing comes in. Instead of selling the property and paying taxes, many investors borrow against the increased value. The bank gives them cash. They still own the property. They still collect rent. And now they have additional capital to buy another asset. Think about the difference. Most people sell an asset to access money. Rich people often borrow against an asset while keeping ownership. That allows them to keep the income and access capital at the same time. The fifth way rich people use debt is to protect liquidity. This sounds boring, but it is incredibly important. Imagine an investor owns stocks worth $1 million. They need $100,000. Most people would sell stock. The wealthy often do something different. They borrow against the portfolio. Why? Because selling can trigger taxes. Borrowing may not. The investor gets access to cash without giving up ownership. Their investments continue growing. Their money stays invested. And they solve the short-term cash need. This strategy is used by many wealthy individuals. Not because debt is magical, because they understand the opportunity cost of selling productive assets. Every asset sold is an asset that can no longer grow. Every asset kept continues working. That difference compounds over decades. And compounding is where real wealth is created. The sixth way rich people use debt is through business expansion. Imagine you own a restaurant. The first location is successful. Customers love it. Revenue is growing. Now you have a choice. Wait 10 years to save enough cash for a second location, or borrow money and open it sooner. Many business owners choose the second option. Why? Because time matters. A profitable business can often generate returns much higher than the interest rate on the loan. So instead of waiting years, they accelerate growth. This is how companies expand. This is how chains grow. This is how entrepreneurs scale. Debt becomes a bridge between where they are and where they want to be. Now, before you think debt is some magical shortcut to wealth, let me tell you something important. Every strategy we discuss today contains risk. Debt magnifies outcomes. If an investment succeeds, debt can increase returns. If an investment fails, debt can increase losses. That is why wealthy people spend so much time analyzing deals. They study cash flow. They study risk. They study interest rates. They study downside scenarios. Most people see debt as free money. The wealthy see debt as a responsibility. And that mindset changes everything. Here is the truth. Debt itself is neither good nor bad. Debt is neutral. A loan does not care whether you become rich or poor. The bank does not decide your future. The interest rate does not decide your future. Your decisions decide your future. Borrow money to buy liabilities, and debt becomes a burden. Borrow money to buy productive assets, and debt can become a wealth-building tool. Same debt, same interest rate, completely different outcome. And that is why the wealthy do not ask, "How much debt do I have?" They ask, "What is this debt buying?" Because that single question often determines whether debt takes money out of your pocket or puts money into it. The next time you hear someone say, "All debt is bad," remember this. Some debt buys vacations. Some debt buys liabilities. Some debt buys status. But some debt buys assets. Some debt buys businesses. Some debt buys cash flow. And understanding the difference may be one of the most important financial lessons you ever learn. Because the rich are not getting rich because they have access to different loans. They are getting rich because they use the same loans differently. Same money, different decisions, different future, and that changes everything.